Hey guys, my name is Tana and welcome to my channel. It's a sunny Sunday morning and I'm with my, not my actually, I'm with a BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe, and look at that profile. People can say a lot of things about the BMW Gran Coupe, but if you look at it, just peek from all these corners over there, you can't deny the fact that, you know what, it looks awesome. You know, it looks great. It's a beautiful car they put together for a very low price, and that's the gist of the story. With its frameless window doors over here, it's just magnificent. But should you pay the $211,000, which is a bargain in BMW standards, for the Gran Coupe? Let's go have a look. BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. I guess you can't start talking about this vehicle until you start talking about the grille. This is obviously the new design language for BMW, and I must say, people may hate it. I think it's a good change, because you know what, with change things will happen, and I'm all for change. I'm not old school to say it must be a certain way. Obviously the M4 or the 4 Series, it's a bit too much in my opinion for now, but you know what, after some time you will get used to it. What I do think though is that if you look at this car, and if I were to put my finger all the way here and hide this badge, what car do you think this is? Yeah, that's a problem with it, because if you hide the badge, it doesn't look BMW enough. But obviously the badge is there to remind you it's a BMW. What do you get with this particular 2 Series? Let's look at the tires themselves. The Bridgestone Potenza tires, well, they are not premium. They are quite noisy. So if you want to buy this particular BMW, you might want to change the tires out, because they are very, very noisy. What profile are these? Well, these are actually on, let me zoom in here for you. Yeah, so these are on, here we are. Yeah, 225, 40, 18. They are actually quite thin, because I think 45 will be very comfortable and very quiet. On 40 they are quite harsh. What I did notice though was that unlike other cars in this segment, the TPMS, the tire pressure monitoring system on this car, it isn't a sensor based, which means it doesn't actually go by actual pressure. It goes by, get this, speed differential of both the tires. So yeah, so I was driving this yesterday and I was shocked, because it gave me a warning, and it wasn't actually a warning, because the tire differential speed is there, and it thought it was a pressure leak, and I just pressed reset and everything was fine. So you will see the theme going across the car in many instances. For example, you would think the paint looks awesome, isn't it? So if you just go and scan through, like, wow, this is an awesome looking paint, guys. This is like Nado, this is sporty, this is like a M series class or whatever paint. But when you go up close, the paint isn't actually all that fantastic. There is a bit of orange peel on this, because again, this is their low end car, and that theme again goes across in many areas. But I think if you get this car and you go for paint correction, you will take out all that orange peel. What do I mean by this? Let me show you here. I put my hand in there. I'm not sure you can see under the sun, but if I were to go on, maybe on this side. Yeah, let me try this again. If you see my reflection, or if you see, or no, I can't show you, but if you see the reflection of your hand or anything on the paint, you will see the orange peel effect. But from 5 feet away from where we are, this paint looks fantastic. It looks beautiful. The back as the front, they are frameless, and this frameless feature, well, it looks great when it's open. That's the only thing I can say about it. It looks great when it's open, and which isn't a lot of times. And the noise on this car is quite harsh, because when you're inside, you must understand that there is a reason why windows have frames. With those frames, what you get is you get noise reduction, because it's more like a sealed environment. when it's open like that, you're going to have more road noise in. So you know what, if gave me a choice of noise and frameless, this looks good, I'll go for a typical 3 Series because it's just more better sound insulation. And the sound insulation doesn't stop there. Even the bottom tires, the tires at the bottom obviously, but the bottom noise of the car itself is quite harsh, and that's a lot to do with the setup itself. This car has got the M Sport package. This car came with the M Sport package, and what that meant was the shocks in this car is quite harsh. Let me show you on the badging over here. Yeah, M Sport. And what that means is everything in this car is tuned just a little more. Whether that's what I would prefer, I'm not sure if I would like this, but if you are a young guy, young chap, and you want to be, you know what, sporty, this may be it. The car is actually quite low. If you see my foot here, I'll just show you down there. Yep, that's how low it is. It's pretty low. So being low, you do get all the goodness. Low riding cars, it's nice and flat. Although it's a front wheel drive car, you know what, it handles not bad. You know, for a front wheel drive car, I would say it's not too bad. I'm not complaining. It's not a BMW, but I'm not complaining. It's good enough for those twisty curves. It does make you feel that, you know what, there's something giving way, and there's a different feeling about losing control in a front wheel drive car opposed to losing control in a rear wheel drive car. Because at the end of the day, all this talk about being excited is about losing control. Welcome back. So now we are driving the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. Now what do I think about this? First and foremost, I think the interior is exactly like a 3 Series. The layout, the dashboard, the buttons, they are exactly a 3 Series. So if you want a 3 Series but you can't afford the price tag, this is an excellent way to get into a BMW. There's no question about that. In terms of the material finish, I'll walk you through those bits and pieces over there, but handling is what I want to talk to you right now. I'm in a straight road, car coming next to me. I'm trying to navigate, and I do feel that the front wheel drive setup on the 2 Series, it's a way different feel compared to any typical 3 Series. But I think for the newer generation, which you can't tell apart one or the other, because it's not what you're used to, you would not notice. So all this talk about rear wheel drive, rear wheel drive car, front wheel drive car, oh, it's not a BMW, all that, ignore it. Drive for yourself, see what you think about it, because for town driving, honestly, a front wheel drive car is much more pleasant to be in, because it's just more easier to drive, comfortable. It feels more responsive to where you want to go, because you turn the steering and then the power's there, it pulls you in, opposed to on-demand power is behind you and it's pushing you to give you all that power and go through the curves and all that stuff which all the guys talk about. So don't discount the 2 Series. It's actually not bad driving for city driving. I wouldn't complain too much. What I would do is, however, is I would change the tires. I'll put bare tires there, soft tires, because as you can see, I'm talking to you, there is some road noise coming in, a bit of a hammering sound from the tires. And I think it's 2 reasons. One is a thin profile, and number 2 is because they are not premium enough. That's about it. This is a youth driving a BMW 2 Series. Now, try to push the car and let me know what you think. So it's pushing the car. The car's making a lot of sound. What do you think, Mr. Youth?
It doesn't feel like a proper BMW where you see, vroom, 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 like that type, you know. Just a little disappointing.
Is it a bit more like, I find this car is more racer boy than anything else,
yeah.
It's more like if you are younger and you want to be a racer boy, fantastic, but it isn't the soul of a BMW where it's refined and smooth.
Yes, it's not that smooth, it's a bit rough.
Yeah, I'm happy. I think Horizon did a very good job in building the new generation to understand what cars are meant to be. Let's continue on our tour of the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe with the interior. It's a mouthful, isn't it? BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. So up here you have a kind of small little looking screen. It's not that bright, but you know what? It gets the job done. This is the reverse camera. As you can see, it's not high definition, but again, gets the job done. Over here, you've got the HVAC. It's not premium, but it gets the job done. I mean, you could swear that this is exactly a BMW 3 Series interior. What I do feel though is that like all these pieces over here, this is like, I don't know, like plastic. Well, this could be a nice little looking finish like this or something different, you know. They could have made it just a little bit better, which they didn't. I'm surprised where is the sync button though. It took me a while to find it. And apparently if you go to menu and air conditioning, let me just cancel this. I'm not in reverse. How do I get out of this? Home, is it? Okay, home. If I go to menu, that's how you get to the sync button, which I thought was just pretty silly. But you know what? I guess it is what it is. Same system, but you don't have the that whole gesture thing where you just wave your hand in the air and it moves. It doesn't have the volume or the swipe left or right. But I guess it's enough for what it is. Same thing over here. You've got your controls for your radio box stations over there, but these are actually those little haptic feedback. Not haptic feedback. These are these capacitive sensors there. So yeah, not bad. Quite nice. I love the fact this is not like the other low-end BMWs whereby this will turn. This will remain as it is. The volume and on button will remain upright. Mode band. You've got your next track, back track. You got maximum air conditioning, circulation for the AC. You've got temperature control. This is quad zone, left and right, and you've got your direction of your blower as well as blower speed, up or down, and that's about it. A very simple design. Over here, there's a button there. You press this button, you've got your settings. So individual, all on, all off. So if I go configure individually, it'll let me know what I have. So obviously we have the front collision warning. If something is in front, it'll let me know I'm going to bang somebody. Medium, early or late. You've got, oh, come on. You've got, what else you've got? You've got lane departure warning. Steering intervention. So this is when it actually intervenes the steering only above 70 km/h. Lane change warning. So these are the three ADAS system that it has. But yeah, it gets the job done. Good enough for BMW standards. In the center over here, you've got your display. These are not digital. They are digital looking. If I rev the meter here, it goes up. Can you see that from in the bright daylight? Yeah, in the daylight you can see. When it's dark, you can't really see that this is actually analog dial behind a flat surface, and this is backlit displays. You've got your center console there, and if I go press my menu button over here, you've got some options, stations, and that's about it. It's quite bare. Cruise control is here, limiting your speed, your range of your car in front and behind you, and you've got a nice little logo. This logo sets it all apart on why you're buying this car, because this is not a premium car. You're buying this car because you know what, you want a BMW, you want a BMW, and you want something that is safe enough, good looking enough, and something that you could get into as your entry BMW. And I think it ticks all the boxes. It's quite interesting that I'm saying this about a BMW, but BMW, like Mercedes, it's not a fully luxury brand car, because they make all types of cars, and this is one of those cars which is I guess entry level. You got a key here, digital key, and this key, what you do is you want to start the key, you put this key over here and you could start the car. So in the event that you're going jogging, you could use this key instead of the actual key itself. Inside here you got a small compartment. It's fine, sufficient. Down here you got your control, your knob. This is quite I like from BMW, because they actually made this happen with cars back in the days with E60. You got up, down, left, right, and obviously you can press center to say yes, control. Back options, media, home, navigation, map. I could not get the map and navigation to work. Please check it out if it actually works on the car in the showroom. Auto hold, it's a common feature. You got your eco mode, comfort mode, eco pro, and obviously your start stop. This car has got violent start stop. Let me try to mimic this. I'm trying to see if I can mimic this. So yeah, it's hard to mimic, but take my word for it, the start stop on this car is quite violent, and it may be an issue with this car or the unit itself. as in could be this model or the unit itself. So go and check it out yourself. And obviously the traction control, which I advise not to off on this car. Other than that, interior wise, you know what, it's good. It's plastic but not leather, but it's good enough. This part here is leather, and I guess these are the more important touch points in a car. This bit here, I quite like this finish. It reminds me of my A6 because it had a similar finishing, and this is quite nice to the touch. Very nice. So, sum it off, what do I think? I think it's a good value proposition for those people who are determined to get a BMW. If BMW was your aim from young and this is what you want to get, you know what, a 2 Series is not a bad place to start. You can work your way up, as well as it's a easy car to get into. 1.5 litre engine, turbo. I don't think there will be much issue with this car. Power is not there, although I would say buy a used BMW with more power. That's just me. But for the younger generation, this could be it. This could be the car you're looking for. So as a conclusion, what do I think? Well, this is an entry-level car for entry-level users or buyers. It's not a bad looking car. It's not a bad looking powertrain. It's not a bad looking interior. It's not a bad looking everything. And that's where the car is. It's a car meant for, I would say, it's just there, just enough BMW for you to get started on. And if you want to start BMW journey with something safe, under warranty, why not? This could be it. So I hope you enjoyed the segment. Short, simple. Let me know what you think. Would you buy a BMW 2 Series, or would you buy a straight 6, or would you go for a bigger engine, or would you want a hybrid? Let me know what you think will be your first BMW. I would love to hear your thoughts. Again, till next time, this is me saying, go out there and have a little more fun.